Hello Gemini, this is EJ with the bonus reading to say thank you so much for always being here and supporting my channel. Let's go ahead and get started. We have 3 cards laid out. We have beauty, chaos, and risk. Interesting combination, right? So beauty is all about keeping a positive attitude, expecting wonderful things to happen, positive things to happen in your life, and to to look beyond appearances of things and really look within, right? So really just being positive and taking care of yourself and moving with more confidence is what beauty is all about. And now we do have chaos though, so that's interesting that we have chaos, because it's almost like the tower, if you will. And this talks about something that comes in and swirls you, right? Pushes you in the right direction, as long as you have the right mindset and the right attitude, which is what beauty is. It's all about having that positive attitude. And the chaos, it says that, there's going to be a lot of, changes in your life right now, but as long as you have a positive attitude and you're not fearful of it, you're going to see clearly on the other side of this chaos, right? So yeah, I do see that there could be some changes coming in, and maybe some challenges that you see them as a challenge, and they may not even be a challenge, right? As long as you have the confidence and the positive attitude, you can overcome anything. Is really to be yourself as you move through this, right? As you transition through this, is what Spirit is saying here. Okay, and then we have risk, and risk is all about it's like taking that risk. If I can say the word right, it's about taking that risk, right? So with this chaos, almost like that tower or tornado, because that's what it is. If you look at it. That comes into your life, it kind of pushes you into this, which is almost like the Fool card, right? It takes you to a place where you're being asked to take a risk, right? To try something new, to do something different, to a new adventure, right? But rather than worry about how those things are going to turn out, just take the leap of faith. This is what this is saying. And so, yeah, maybe things happen in our lives to make us do that, right? Because sometimes if we think about it, we're not going to do that, right? We'll have the confidence, but then when we come to the road and we need to choose, then we're like, but we're comfortable right here. I don't know what's on that other side. I don't know if that's going to bring me happiness or stability or love or whatever it might be, whatever it is that you're looking for, right? So as the chaos of this hurricane tornado that comes in and blows things around and messes it up, it's saying, you know what? Believe in yourself and take a risk to something new and something different, because you'll be surprised of that outcome. Wow. Okay, let's go ahead and clarify. All right, Spirit. Or actually, let's just get additional messages. Spirit, what does Gemini need to know? What does Gemini need to know, please? What does Gemini need to know, please? Cards flew out, and let me just shuffle really quick. All right. Spirit, what does Gemini need to know? What is this all about, please? What is this all about? What is this transition, change, risk all about for Gemini, please? Wow. 10 of coins. I love that. It's talking about your money, your stability, your foundation. The 10 of coins, that's exactly what that is. It's wealth and abundance and prosperity and stability, and really being devoted to what it is you want. So being positive and having confidence and just doing the things that need to get done is going to bring you into that. So that's why beauty is showing up in your reading like this, because the 10 of coins is all about having that solid foundation, right? Having that solid ground and having stability and having way more than enough. That's what this talks about. What else does Gemini need to know, please? What else does Gemini need to know? What else does Gemini need to know? What does Gemini need to know? We have the 7 of Swords. This Seven of Swords is like a partial win and a partial loss, right? Meaning that maybe that's what you feel if you move, right? So you're questioning the success, you're questioning this new outcome or this new direction or this new job or relationship, right? And that's the chaos of it all, right? Because it's almost like if you play lottery, we don't know if we're going to win, but we still play it, right? So it's almost like that. It's about taking that chance and taking a risk. And that is why the risk card came out, because through everything, right, we can't be in that chaotic mindset of, oh my gosh, what if I do this and it doesn't work out? What if I blah, 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 right? Just see it as, you know what? I'm going to try it. I'm going to buy that lottery ticket, right? Or I'm going to make that move. I'm going to take that risk. And I'm going to believe that on the other side of that, of taking that risk, is going to be that 10 of coin waiting for me. It's going to be that beauty, that rose, right? Because that's what this is. It's a rose. I'm going to have this rose just shining up upon me. I feel like you're being really guided. I really do feel like you're being guided here. But whatever this is, it's going to allow you to have that solid, what it is that you want, but you have to take a risk at something. It might be, you might have success and you might not, right? It's a 50-50 chance. But Spirit is saying here that if you don't take a risk, you don't know. What's the worst that can happen, right? What's the worst that you can go through? All right, Spirit, what else? What else, Spirit, for Gemini? Hangman. I'm going to kind of stick that in the middle there like that. The Hangman is all about thinking about this, right? Seeing it from a different perspective, like I just mentioned it. Instead of seeing it as, oh my gosh, I'm going to lose this all, you might gain it all. You might gain tenfold. So the Hangman is saying, you know what? Unless you change your perspective, you're not going to know, right? Surrender the old fear and the thoughts and all of those things, and change your perspective, and you know, search for what it is that you want, and you'll start to feel and see the transition in your life. And that's exactly what is needed here, is that change and transition. But you have to be open to it, right? You can't limit yourself. And then we have the Empress that talks about prosperity and abundance and growth, and you know, all of those things that we seek in our life, all those things that we want. The Empress is all about, you know what, you're going to have that stability, you know, things will start to come to fruition, but you have to take that leap, you have to take that risk. So it's all about taking a risk on you to have this abundance and prosperity and stability and, you know, all the beautiful things that you want. And if you don't take that risk, how do you know? Right? How do you know? You don't know. You don't know, because you're holding on to something that you're not allowing to move in. Are you holding on to the chaos because it feels good? Your current situation, is that what this is, or what is it that you're afraid of? And that's what I feel like you need to ask yourself. What am I afraid of? Right? What am I afraid of? Why am I not doing the things that I want to do? Why am I not taking this risk on myself? Everything's a risk in life. If you leave today, you don't know if you'll be back tomorrow. You can leave today poor and come back tomorrow rich. So you don't know. Life is a risk. Page of Wands, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. This Page of Wands is really excited about something. She's kind of moving through the world with the wand and kind of dancing through it, right? Moving towards a new beginning and new ideas and being very dramatic and excited about things. But it does talk about some news that comes in that has you feeling that way. So some information that comes in, some communication, maybe even a new opportunity. But whatever it is, it's like it has you feeling good about it. Yeah, Spirit for Gemini. What else for Gemini? 9 of Coins. So not only do we have the 10 of Coins, we have the 9 of Coins. And the 9 of Coins is you moving into a time of being able to enjoy all the things in life, right? Being financial independent and having, you know, stability and being fulfilled financially, but really also having self-discipline. Right? It's all about having that self-discipline. Your focus and self-discipline, your risk, allows you to have this kind of a life, or allows this kind of change to come into your life where you are full of abundance and full of prosperity. But not only that, you're full of beauty, right? What else, Spirit? What else for Gemini, please? We have the Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups is all about a new offering, a new beginning, but it's emotional and it's exciting, right? And again, this Page of Wands is looking at that Ace of Cups, and it's saying, here you are, here's something that's overflowing of abundance. I give this to you, whether it is love or compassion or new opportunities, but you're excited about it and you're feeling good about it, right? So now ask yourself, is this something that you want to take a chance on? Is this something that, are you worth the chance, the risk? Are you worth the risk? Because I see that there's beauty in what's coming out of it, and it doesn't look horrible, but I feel like in our mind, we have that chaos of should I, shouldn't I, should I, is it going to work, is it not, and we hold on to that and we stay there. We don't have no movement, and that's what we need to let go. And as I say that, we have the Death card, change and transition, and and if you don't have this, I feel like you've been getting the Death card a lot, but it's all about releasing and allowing this change to come in, moving away from darkness and moving into the light, right? The light of happiness, that light of joy, the light of success, the light of confidence. You need to move into that direction. And the only way to do that is we need to let go of those swords that you're holding on to over here and allow the sun to come in and this, look at the glitter that's there, right? All of that gold that's glittering. And yeah, I mean, look at that. I mean, it looks amazing. And we're using different decks, and this looks like the same message of your last reading I just put up. All of the readings that you've been having with me have been about change and transition and letting go and allowing things to happen for you and taking that risk, right? You have to take the risk on you. Only you could do that. Now, we do have the King of Wands, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, and I feel like you got that in your last reading as well. And with the King of Wands, this is all about being focused, right? Being that entrepreneur and finding, a lot of, seeing the opportunities that are in front of you, and allow that to give you the inspiration that you need, right? It's all about having confidence and being the leader in order to take control and move in this direction. Take that risk, right? As long as you focus and don't look back, what else can go wrong? Nothing can go wrong. And then you have the Eight of Coins, or you've been working at something for such a long time. Now it's time for you to take that lead to move in this direction. It's all about having extreme focus on the future and not the past. It's extreme focus on the confidence and the motivation and taking action rather than the what ifs, okay? And with the Eight of Coins, it's about new opportunities that come in. And, it's new opportunities that come in and something that you're willing to learn, to navigate through life in. Nonetheless, it's all about positive change. It's all about you taking that risk. And look at that. We end with the Three of Cups. And the Three of Cups is all about, let's move this into frame, all about change. It's all about celebration, right? And happiness and joy. And let's move through this life with that confidence and that joy and that happiness. Let's accept that, sometimes we need to let go of the things that make us feel comfortable, even though it's a struggle. And allow the change to come in so that we can have the ending to celebrate, right? We can have the ending that we desire to celebrate, the abundance, the wealth, the stability, all of the things that you want, but it's time to take a risk on you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. And as always, thank you for being here and supporting my online business as well. And until next time.